Well, thank you so much for making the time for us this morning. Now, a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders have urged President William Ruto to crack the whip on some of the state officers whom they claim have gone rogue. The leaders, who accompanied President William Ruto for a church service at Stewards Revival Pentecostal Church in Nairobi County, stated that the administration should speak in one voice and concentrate in delivering its mandates to the electorate. President Ruto urged leaders to forgo 2027 succession politics.
President William Ruto arrived into the country 6 a.m. on Sunday after completing his two-day state visit in Berlin, Germany.
Na wakati nilisema ya kwamba tutakuwa na nafasi ya vijana kwenda Kenya, kutoka Kenya kwenda Ujerumani, wengine wanisema sisemi ukweli. Lakini Ijumaa walijua kuna mpango.
The commander-in-chief hours later joined a congregation for a church service at the Stewards Revival Pentecostal Church in Nairobi County.
We will not let you down. We are going to change this country. Tumeitoa mahali ilikuwa bei ya unga ilikuwa 200, sasa ni 100. Unasema imefika 90 na bado tunaisukuma.
President Ruto used the occasion to reveal some of the goodies he came back with from the European nation.
Na tayari nilikiwa kule Ijumaa hiyo, tayari wa Kenya walikuwa washafika wa kufanya kazi. Na isitoshe tarehe 27 ambaye ni kama wiki 2 zijazo, kutakuwa na recruitment ya kwanza ya vijana wa Kenya watakao kwenda kufanya kazi Ujerumani. Sasa tuko na mkataba ambayo vijana wa Kenya wataweza kufanya kazi wakiwa Kenya, kampuni za Ujerumani.
However, leaders accompanying the head of state used the opportunity to urge him to stamp his authority and call to order some of the state officers whom they claim are running amok.
Na sisi wengine tukaitwa hyenas. Unajua wengine tumeitwa barking dogs and you are the dog owner. But I want to tell your excellency, take heart. Haya mambo yote, yale majina yote utaitwa, yale matusi yote utatukanwa, just get this country to the shore safely.
We support the broad-based agenda that we have for our country. Mtu asikutishe ati uangalie nyuma. Every Kenyan deserves to feel that they are part of the government.
The leader stated that the administration should speak in one voice to achieve its goals for the people.
The viper, the snake in your government, please shake it off. Shake it off, Your Excellency. Shake it off, not for your own sake so that it doesn't bite you. Shake off the snake on your hand so that your hand may do what the Lord purposed that hand to do.
Vile Ishungu amesema, take full control. We don't want to be derailed. Sisi tunafanya kazi kwa mpangilio.
President Ruto noted that he will ensure that those who have lost faith in what the administration is trying to achieve will be aided back to the right trajectory.
Na msikiwe na wasiwasi na wale ambao wamepoteza imani. Unajua kuna watu wengine wanasema hii haiwezi kufanyika, hiyo sijui ni uongo, ile hata haiwezi kufanyika. Mimi ni mtu naelewa neno la Mungu.
Shortly after the Nairobi church service, the president and a host of leaders joined congregants at the African Independent Pentecostal Church of Africa in Nyeri County. Here, the president called for unity of purpose among the leaders and forego 2027 politics.
Maneno ya 2027. Tafadhali, tupunguze mambo ya 2027. Huko 2027, ni Mungu na wananchi ndio wataamua.
Na nikampeleka katika nyumba yake.
Well, the same sentiments were echoed by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who on Sunday implored on leaders from the Mount Kenya region to stop high-octane politics and focus on their respective duties, that is development, addressing the faithful of Our Lady of Sorrows Baricho Catholic Parish, that is in Kirinyaga County, at the Baricho Primary School grounds after the Sunday Holy Mass marking centenary celebrations of the parish. Gachagua urged leaders to focus on the government's development agenda.
Amid heated political debate on political realignments and heavy criticism directed to the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua on Sunday joined faithfuls in Kirinyaga for a church service for centenary celebrations. It is here that the DP answered his opponents plotting against him, urging leaders to put a hold on politicking and focus on development.
Hii ni wakati ya kazi. As far as I know, uchaguzi uliisha. Ama iko uchaguzi. The next election is 2027. Nyinyi watu ya Baricho, mlinipatia kura tukiwa na rais. Vile governor amesema kila mtu afanye kazi yake. Rais apewe nafasi afanye kazi yake. Deputy President apewe nafasi afanye kazi ya.
Gachagua, who has been at the epicenter of heavy politicking, with some leaders plotting his impeachment, told off his critics, claiming the masses knew what to do and needed no guidance on who is best suited to lead them, as the development record will speak for itself come 2027.
Kila mtu ako na kazi yake. Wakati ukifika, watu watarudi kwa raia.
The leaders present at the event lauded the Deputy President over his efforts in uniting the country.
Sababu sisi tuliamuka asubuhi na mapema, tukachagua Rigiji na tukamchagua rais na kura 7 million kura, si ndio? Kwa hivyo huwezi tuambia tusiongee. Hawa ndio wamekula sakramenti, wamekula ya roho, wakule ya siasa sasa. Sababu ni watu wetu hawa. Mimi ningetaka kusema nimetoka mbali uko Kiambu. Na mimi ningetaka kusema Rigiji, you are our uniting factor. Mimi nitasimama na wewe, Kiambu inasimama na wewe. Na umekuwa ukiongea tuungane. Watu wanauliza tuungane aje na tushaungana. Kumbe ulikuwa umeona mbele. Kuna watu wanatumiwa kugawanya mulima.
Na sisi tunaomba kila kiongozi ambaye yako hapa amechaguliwa mlima aheshimu Rigiji. Tunajua walienda kule Nyahururu wakafanya declaration. Wakasema wanafanya mikataba. Sisi tunaambia hawa wananchi 2027 ndio wataamua.
This is Environment, Climate Change and Forestry CS Ed Duale, who spoke in Garissa, hit out at a section of leaders whom he accused of advancing what he termed as tribal politics.
You have a choice to leave all government and spearhead the interests of your community and sectarian interests. Or you have a choice to live by the oath of office you have taken.
At the same time, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka is calling on the president to be sincere about asking politicians not to campaign but instead focus on service delivery. Kalonzo, who spoke in Kirinyaga County yesterday, said that the Mount Kenya division narrative is a well-orchestrated plan for the 2027 pre-elections campaign, which he is urging the mountain not to fall for. In Kakamega County, Governor Fernandez Barasa now wants the Orange Democratic Movement, that is ODM, to refrain from interfering with Kakamega County Assembly affairs. Barasa says the county has capable leaders who get their mandate from the electorate and not external forces. This and more in our Political Watch segment.
Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka has urged residents of Mount Kenya region to be wary of a narrative that is being pushed to divide their votes ahead of the 2027 election.
Mkisikia kuna shida in the Mount Kenya region ya kugawanya the region mara mbili, mjue that is a strategy by William Ruto ya kupanga 2027.
Addressing a congregation at the St. Joseph's Church, Kadongo, in Mwea constituency in Kirinyaga County, Kalonzo faulted the president for what he says is early campaigns while asking other politicians not to do so.
Lakini anamlaunch leo State House na kesho Ruto anajilaunch Kisumu. And everything William Ruto is doing is campaigning for 2027.
Elsewhere, Kakamega County Governor Fernandez Baraza has urged the Central Management Committee of ODM Party to stop micromanaging the affairs of Kakamega County Assembly.
I want to ask and request the leadership of ODM, please don't be soaked in the politics of Kakamega.
Also, company leaders and locals say the region feels left out of government, urging the president to rethink his working relationship with the area.
Na sisi kama county tunasikia tumetengwa wakati hatuna mtu mmoja katika national government.
Nani alijua nitakuwa waziri? Hata mimi mwenyewe siwadanganyi, sikujua.
And finally, the people of Imenti have raised concerns over what they claim is systemic marginalization of the region. They have claimed that there are instances where certain public figures from the region have been discriminated against, saying it goes against the principles of fairness and meritocracy.
We urge the government to review and strengthen its anti-marginalization and anti-discrimination laws. This will ensure that there is no region or sub-region that is marginalized on development.
To some health matters now, a family from Dandora Phase 5 in Nairobi County is appealing for financial support to cater to their keen's treatment. Malvin Musungu, 27 years of age, is physically disabled and is fully dependent on his parents. Doctors have, however, advised that he takes physiotherapy sessions, which can help significantly improve the quality of his life. Musungu's family is, however, unable to raise the money needed and are asking well-wishers to come to their aid. Our reporter, Opicho Chemtai, has more details.
At Dandora Phase 5 in Nairobi County, we meet 27-year-old Malvin Musungu and his mother. From a distance, Malvin looks healthy until he attempts to walk. But what is the story behind Malvin's condition?
Wakati nilimpata after nilifanywa CS, after 3 days nikaletewa mtoto. Nikauliza daktari mtoto wangu ali na afanye chochote na amki. Daktari akaniambia mtoto wako alikuwa na hakulia wakati alitoka kwa tumbo. Iliitwa prolonged labor. So mtoto hakulia na hiyo ni shida, atakuwa polepole.
The distressed mother, who also admits that she has fallen into depression due to her son's condition, says that she had to quit her job to attend to her son.
Sai Malvin akona 27 years. Mtu anatakana akona bibi, akona watoto. Amefanya mimi niko kwa nyumba. Niko tu naye throughout. Mtu anakuuliza swali unashindwa utamjibu nini? Chungu. Tumejaribu, nimezunguka kwa watu wote wenye wanasemanga wanashughulika na disability. Kuna mtu anatusaidia, tunaambiwa bedridden. Naoni mtoto amefanya, nimewacha kazi.
She shares how hard it has been raising Malvin due to the stigma and stereotypes associated with disability in society.
Kuna wale umezaliwa nao, kuna kazi nisiwache, hata kuna mtu anaweza kuja kuuliza Malvin anaendelea aje. Siku moja tu aseme, acha tu nikakuoshe ama hakuna, unabaki tu peke yako kama mzazi.
In an emotional plea, Agnes says she has exhausted all her resources to fund her son's physiotherapy sessions.
Sababu ukimwacha kwa nyumba utakuta maiti. So, kama naweza pata usaidizi wowote. Sangu ni tu ametembea.
Akalitini kutoka sibali honi na kiono inaumanga ingine kiono hamgu ukoti.
despite the doctor's recommendations that Malvin will require at least 2 more years of treatment, estimated to cost 500,000 Kenyan shillings. She now finds herself with nothing left to continue the care Malvin desperately needs. To assist Malvin's family, you can channel your contribution through his mother's cell phone number 0792707980. Agnes Dindi Mutisia.
A mother's pain, so we hope that the family will get all the assistance that they need. And maybe it's time to also have a conversation about how such patients can be helped through, maybe free medical attention from the government. Now, President William Ruto has said the government will stand with parents who lost their children in the tragic Hillside Academy in Fano in Nyeri County that led to the death of 21 students. Speaking at the African Independent Pentecostal Church of Africa in Nyeri County, the head of state assured that the government will help the families with burial preparations. The president also allocated 2 million shillings to cater to students whose properties were razed by the September 5th night fire. Investigations into the tragic accident, or incident that is, are still ongoing.
Watoto ambao waliteketea katika moto, tutapanga mazishi yao na wazazi wao. Wale biti yao ilichomeka, gavana ameniambia kuna wanafunzi karibu 140 hivi. Kwa hivyo Bwana Wainaina, wewe ndio mtu yetu ya mkono ya pale. Kama mbunge wa pale Kieni, nitakutuma tena leo na shilingi 2,000,000 ununulie wale watoto wote wale viti yao ilichomeka. Mimi vile vile nitatafuta huyo Bwana Kinywa ambaye alitengeneza hiyo shule na anasaidia watoto wengi. Baada ya investigation kukamilika, tuone pia vile tunaweza kusaidia hiyo shule ndio iweze kutupatia nafasi ya kufundisha watoto wetu.
Now, the Speaker of the National Assembly has called upon the House Business Committee to prioritize urgent reconstitution of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, among the key agendas for consideration when the House resumes this Tuesday after a month-long recess. Speaking in a Sunday service, at a Sunday service that is at Chebukwa Catholic Church in Bungoma, Wetangula noted that there is need to expedite the reconstitution of the electoral body to ensure that by-elections and boundary delimitations are done ahead of the 2027 elections. Speaking, Wetangula the Speaker also called on Chief Justice to expedite court cases related to the IEBC to avoid further disruption of the process. With calls for formulation of IEBC selection panel, Parliament through the Parliamentary Service Commission and the Law Society of Kenya are expected to name their representatives in this selection panel. The parliamentary process for selecting new IEBC members stalled following a tribunal court order preventing Parliament from forwarding any names to President William Ruto.
Priority business includes the possibility of finishing up the reconstitution of IEBC. The country has gone without IEBC for a long time, and I take this opportunity to encourage those who have been making challenges in court to stall the process of having a selection panel for IEBC, to rethink their minds and give way for this noble cause, because the country cannot go to the next elections without boundary review, without boundary delimitation, and without holding by-elections of the constituencies that are already vacant, either by way of resignation, death, or court processes. We also have many wards that have got vacancies that need to have by-elections. And as you know, the Supreme Court has directed that IEBC means commissioners and not the secretariat. So without commissioners, we cannot move. I also want to appeal to the Chief Justice that all the cases that are in court legitimately challenging this process, please fast track them, give them priority so that we can be able to finish them and have an IEBC in place.
I look at counties now where Turkana leaders have cautioned against theft of drugs meant for public hospitals in the wake of the county government procuring drugs worth 120 million shillings. Details in our county news roundup.
Turkana Governor Lomorukai, while flagging off the drugs procured from the Kenya Medical Supplies Agency in Lokicha, Turkana South, said the consignment is expected to last for 6 months.
We do budget enough money for medicine. Of course, this will last us for 6 months. And then through our supplementary, we are going to also put some money to ensure that the remaining part of the year is also handled.
Elsewhere, Baringo County Government, in partnership with a non-governmental organization, has rolled out programs aimed at empowering girls facing the challenges of early pregnancy, gender-based violence, and HIV and AIDS.
For a long time, there's been no secondary school in this area. This whole division called Akkoret has now gotten its first girls' high school in the history of mankind.
Meanwhile, members of the Orange Democratic Movement Party in Homa Bay are demanding the reopening of the county party office. The members raised concerns over its frequent closure, claiming its unavailability has made it difficult for members to access essential party services.
And this has brought a big worry to us as staunch believers of ODM. And we are asking what is happening, and what we should now put forward and demand as party followers is to put this appeal to open that office so that any grievances concerning the party should be discussed there.
Finally, the government held public participation meeting in Kapsabet to discuss the proposed amendments to the civil registration laws of 2024 and the proposed maisha number cards.
Kwa sababu inahitaji pesa nyingi. Huko vijijini kuna watoto mayatima, wazazi wote wamekufa. Sasa watoto kama watatoa wapi pesa ya kulipa hii huduma maisha card?
Sasa atakawia birth certificate au atakawia hii maisha card. Hiyo maisha card tukae kama samani, hakuna kitu yenye tunapitisa.
And for the ease of movement from Kenya to other countries, we have to update our registration system to fit in the electronic system, or to fit within the international standards.
A look at sports now. Gor Mahia suffered a 3-0 loss against the 12 times CAF Champions League winners, that is Al Ahly of Egypt, in their first leg, second preliminary round of the CAF Champions League clash played on Sunday at the Nyayo National Stadium here in Nairobi. Rami Rabia handed Al Ahly the lead on the quarter mark before Pasi Tau scored a second a minute later. Gor Mahia's comeback efforts mounted to none as Al Ahly went on to seal their victory when Tau scored his second of the match and a third for the defending champions with 13 minutes to go. Gor Mahia have a mountain to climb when the two sides clash in the reverse fixture next Saturday in Cairo. The winners of the two-legged tie will qualify for the group stage of the competition.
Nekana Fifu, Pasi Tau Moze! Unjani! Pasi hapa na Tahir. Pasi Tau anaenda kwa Wesam Abu Ali. Wesam anakwenda chini. Pasi Tau! Pasi Musi Tau! Kwa mara nyingine anaweka chuma.
Well, and that's where we end the bulletin this morning. Thank you so much for taking the time to start your day with us here on Good Morning Kenya. Stay with us if you can. Victor Lowe will be coming up just shortly with Matters Politics. But before then, let's get the weather forecast.